She always provides a long list of questions at the beginning of her lectures that make it really easy for us as students to connect what's happening in the real world to the topic that we're about to study and encourages us to ask those similar questions as well. Additionally, she provides really great graphics and experimental assignments in her lessons so we can get a hands-on grip of what we're about to learn. And what I've learned from Dr. Mann's course has helped me to achieve the highest score in my physics class at school and also appreciate physics as a really fun subject, also make me want to learn more in the future.
It makes you understand the physics behind real many world problems. For example, why wet sand looks darker, why stars blink but planets don't, and why you don't fall out of a roller coaster when it goes upside down. I really enjoyed this course because of the fun experiments in the course. For example, we made text disappear in the optics course, and I made a paper cup to boil water.
This course personally was amazing. I learned so much from it and I had so much fun doing it because all the experiments were fun and everything that she made me think about was very interesting and made my brain move. Here, Professor Mann really makes sure that you don't memorize stuff. I know it sounds weird, but hear me out. She makes sure that you really understand the concept, and only then will it stick with you forever. So now I know my physics very well, which is nice.
I can definitely say that I've learned a lot from these classes, and they really inspired me to keep on learning physics because I think it's really cool to understand how the world works and like what laws and rules govern the world. I managed to get a 5 on the AoPE 1 exam. Right now I'm taking Physics C.
AoPE and Professor Mann inspired me to dig deeper than the surface and truly understand why and how. In my current physical science course at school, my teacher throws formulas at us, but never truly explains them. Thanks to AoPE, I now understand the why and how behind stuff we're forced to memorize. People come to me with questions about how to solve a problem or which formula to use because they think I'm smart. But in reality, I'm just at an advantage because AoPE taught me so much better than my school does. So I'm really grateful to AoPE and Professor Mann for shaping the way I view physics in everyday life.
The thing I liked most about these courses were the experiments and the homework, and I like these the most because it helps me understand the concepts more thoroughly and it made the concepts more intuitive.
I liked the experiments the most. They were fun and interesting, and I liked understanding the things more through the observation of the experiments. The physics courses helped me a lot to understand things better. A lot of questions that I asked myself before were answered in the courses, like why a rainbow forms or why the sky is blue.
I first started taking Professor Mann's courses in grade 7, and I continued the courses for 2 years before taking the AoPE 1 and AoPE 2 physics exams. I also took the CAP that year, which is a national physics competition in Canada, and my score was among the 20 highest. The first course I took was thermodynamics in grade 7, and I found the various experiments very fun and interesting. One of the experiments that I remember was to find the freezing point of various solutions, and these solutions all had different amounts of sugar and salt in them. Another experiment that I remember was to find the latitude and longitude of my home by measuring the length of a shadow of a stick in the ground during the autumnal equinox. Being a young child at the time, these experiments were what attracted me to physics and what motivated me to continue studying the course every week.
Professor Mann's Art of Physics education courses have been a real blast for me. They have helped me learn the how and why behind physics. These courses have helped me in many ways, helping me pass my AP Physics test and managing to get an honorable mention in the 2022 USFO, a prestigious physics competition on a national level.
I loved how there were so many resources that we could refer back to whenever we wanted. All the components of the class, including the live lecture, the recorded lecture, the homeworks, and the notes helped a lot with my understanding.
So before AoPE, I had a few misconceptions about physics. One, that it was just equations, and two, that it was really hard. But that's not true. Physics is really something that's not to be scared of. It's not that hard to understand, and in many aspects, it is actually very intuitive. It just needs the right kind of instruction, and I think AoPE was able to provide me with that kind of proper instruction.